Hi, everybody.
Hiya.
I'm SpikeGhetti.
I'm JK.
And we're the Super Spaghetti Bros. And we're back playing Marvel Heroes Omega, or MHO, MHO as we call it. MHO, baby! And we're infiltrating Dr. Doom's lair.
Wait. Did we go the wrong way?
Well, maybe.
Wait. This is... Oh, no, that's an event thing down there. What the heck?
That's where we just came from, though.
No, that was where we went in and then we went out. See, we have to go down.
Oh, that was silly of us. What is this, the Great Wall of China?
I don't know, dude, but I like this.
This is, isn't there a...
Oh, my God. They have
a Marvel Ultimate Alliance that starts in Dr. Doom's area? Isn't it the second one?
Yeah, and the second one, they start in Latvia. You're a little what?
I'm a little hesitant.
Why?
Since we're talking about Marvel stuff, I'm a little hesitant to watch Defenders.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch, like, really any of
I'm
the
level
other
40.
shows.
Okay, here's the thing. Daredevil is so good. And if
That's
you
what
don't-
I've heard.
If you don't watch Daredevil, you're ridiculous. Just because it's very... dude, like... Daredevil is the perfect Marvel TV show to me. It's awesome. However, Jessica Jones is good. It's not really an action-y type show. It's more of like a procedural, like, crime drama almost. Okay?
Okay.
But it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it. Luke
Okay.
Cage is okay. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me. But it's fine. Like, it's not must watch, but you could watch it and be entertained by it.
Okay.
Iron Fist is awful.
Yeah?
And like, I watched the whole thing, and there were certain parts I enjoyed. Like, it's not completely like irredeemable.
Right.
But some of this character decisions. Iron Fist is the least likable person in the show.
Man.
Which, that's not good if he's supposed to be your, you know,
Your main guy.
the main guy. And, you know, that's fine in, like, some shows. Like, BoJack Horseman, which we talked about before. He's the least likable character in the show, but that's on purpose, and that's by design. Because he's supposed to be, like, irredeemable. You know what I mean? Iron Fist is supposed to be this hero, and he's a jackass. Like, he's the worst.
Yeah, everything I've seen.
And not
I
in,
didn't
like,
really
a
like it.
Tony Stark's a jackass way, where it's like, oh, he's a jackass, but you know what? He's really cool, right?
Yeah,
It's like, he's just a jackhole. And everything he does is stupid. He's not even good at being the Iron Fist.
Dang.
Like, and I mean, like storyline-wise,
Yeah,
he's
story.
not
That's
good
what I
at
thought
it.
you meant, yeah.
And some of that's by design, but they went so far that direction that it's like hard to
Bring it back.
root for him or want to, you know, want him to do well, you know.
I see what you mean.
So
And
Daredevil season 1 and 2 knocked it out of the park, right? They're both great. Jessica Jones is good. Luke Cage is okay. But the most recent ones they've made are Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So I'm sitting here going, do I really want to watch the Defenders?
oh, dude, I'm moonwalking. Look at me.
Oh, check it out, bro. Holy shit. Ding, 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 ding,
Aw.
ding. Aw, man.
Wait. I can get it again.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my God, living laser.
Oh, man. Never look directly into the laser.
Wow, I can never dodge this moves.
Oh, how could we ever dodge it? He's so... Oh, shit. I dodged that one. Oh, God. I almost didn't dodge it.
Yeah, so like,
But, so anyway,
the
I'm
two
like...
most recent things, it's kind of like
They were kind of piss
so-
poor, and so now I'm, like, hesitant to watch Defenders. I know I'm late to the party on that because it came out, like, weeks ago.
Right.
But there's other things on TV I'd rather watch. And what I think really doesn't help it is that they're connected. They're not connected enough to make it a big deal, which I think is good, right? They're not connected to the main movies and stuff, because then you're asking people to watch all this stuff. But at the same time, it kind of hinders it, because I'm like, well, you know, I don't need to go watch Defenders before watching Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo, when does that come out?
That comes out in October, I believe.
Oh.
October or November, I don't remember.
Oh, snap.
But you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know if I'd like it more if they were connected more. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's hard to pick a side on that one. But
Right, like, if there was, like, well, who... Do you know who the main, like, baddie is or whatever in the Defenders? Like, at the beginning, at least?
well, okay, so the Hands clan, you know, the ninjas.
Yeah.
They've been in Daredevils, and they were a big part of Iron Fist.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like they're still the baddie here in this scenario, from what I understand. There's like a new member of it that's like, it's Sigourney Weaver is the actress.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah, dude, you just glitched over there. And she's like, it's like, oh, Sigourney Weaver, and I'm like, why do I care about Sigourney Weaver? Like,
Who's Sigourney Weaver?
she
I know the name, but I don't know who.
she's in the original Alien movies. I don't know. People really like freak out about her when she's involved in something.
There's just hype.
Because she was in the original Alien movies, I think, and so people are like, oh my god, Sigourney Weaver. But like, I don't know. I've never been that impressed by anything I've seen her in.
I'm taking way too much damage.
I mean, maybe it's just because she's a pretty big actress for what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's, you know, Sigourney Weaver, and the biggest actor we've had is this person up until that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I get what you mean.
I don't know though. So yeah, I don't know what the Defenders is gonna end up being about. Zay already watched it, and he didn't even watch the other ones.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if he watched Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, but I know he watched Iron Fist and Daredevil.
Yeah, he watched Iron Fist. That's right. He didn't watch Daredevil before Defenders, though. I told him to watch Daredevil.
Oh,
after.
he didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had watched Iron Fist before. So
he watched the worst one and still wanted to watch Defenders. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What that means is his opinion's probably like... He's probably like he's not as critical as us, because we are more in like...
Well,
like...
Zay's more of a normal consumer than we are.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I mean? We're bigger nerds, and
Definitely.
We're more like, oh, well, in the comics. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I never done anything.
Well, right, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's... You're okay with saying something's bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's as much into that. But we'll see, yeah. So, I don't know when I'm going to watch Defenders, but if you guys have an opinion of Defenders without spoiling any of it and you want to let us know, you know, let us know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what everybody thinks of it and what everybody thinks of that as a whole. They had, shit. Oh, it's the Grim Reaper. They had another Marvel show debut recently, Inhumans. And that is getting panned. It is getting destroyed by critics.
Really?
Yeah. I think Rex Overdrive went and saw it. I haven't watched his review of it if he did one yet, but
So what's this supposed to be about?
well, the Inhumans are like I could be wrong about this. So if someone please don't roast me in the comments, but the humans are like aliens mixed with like humans. I don't know. They were a big part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like Inhumans, but this is a different set of Inhumans, and they like live on the moon or something. And it was originally going to be a movie. Like it was originally part of like they were like, oh, the Inhumans movie is coming with this movie, like when they announced Black Panther and all that stuff, right?
Oh.
And then they've slowly turned it into a TV show, but the premiere of the TV show was in IMAX theaters.
Huh.
So they're like, hey, come watch this hour premiere of Inhumans or whatever, or 2-part premiere or whatever it was, in your local IMAX theater. Which, that's a cool idea. I don't think it really worked out for them, though. I don't think it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because every preview I've seen for it has looked like bad. like low quality.
You're about to die.
Please don't. Please don't die, Mike. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it kind of sounds like yeah, it doesn't sound interesting to me.
no, and I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not the right type of person to sell it to you either. You know what I mean?
Right. But still, like, I don't know. There's so many Marvel shows that to me it's just like.
Well, right. If I can't get hyped up for Defenders when I love Daredevil, why would I watch this show?
Right.
And I think it's the kind of thing where they were kind of like, hey, you know, we've already put so much into this, we just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is like kind of dumb and shitty, but.
Yeah. Since we're just talking about Marvel shit, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite comes out pretty quick.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to play it, and I'm going to win.
Probably.
A lot of weirdness with that game, though. A lot of people aren't, like, super excited about it. Like, classic fans of Marvel vs.
Seems like
Capcom.
it's going to be really hard to balance.
Oh, with, like, the Infinity Stones and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, I don't think that's what they're mad about. They're mad that, like, oh, you know who's not going to be in it? Wolverine, because Disney doesn't want Marvel to use that character because the movie rights aren't owned by them.
Yeah.
And all that weirdness. And then there was, like, this weirdness where...
There's, like, a lot of people who, like would main that character, you know?
Right.
That sucks.
Well, not even just that, but there's a lot of weirdness with, like, people are saying the game doesn't look that good. Like,
It kind of looks like a different style of art.
Well, people, like, compared pictures of Chun-Li in Street Fighter V to that, and they were, like, pissed, and so, like, they came out and said, we're gonna improve the graphics of this game. You know what I mean? Like, they came out and said that. We're working on it, blah, blah, blah. And, like,
Oh, no.
yeah, so I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm excited to play it. I do think it's weird that, like, they had Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had, like, this big-ass roster.
Yeah, the roster seems pretty small.
Right. It seems very small.
Well, I mean, you only need 2 characters, but it's still, like, if
Well-
you're having a sequel, the amount of characters you have probably shouldn't get smaller.
Well, I don't think people would be as mad about, like, the X-Men and the Fantastic Four people not being in it if they had new characters to play with, right?
Right, yeah.
But they didn't replace those characters necessarily. They just took them out.
Right.
And so I think that's where it's like they're going wrong with that.
worry, we'll add it in DLC that you can buy.
And that's probably what's going to happen,
yeah, that's shitty.
which is kind of silly.
Last episode we talked about Spider-Man the movie. How about we talk about Spider-Man the game that's gonna be coming out?
Oh,
Did you see the
yeah, man. That's going to be so cool, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I've actually, it's funny. I thought everybody was really hyped for that.
yeah, I feel like everyone I talked to about it is pretty hyped for it.
But then I've heard people go, well, it was just like QTE, the game.
what?
QuickTime
Oh,
button or
QuickTime.
whatever. The game.
No, they were just showing like a boss or whatever. Like that's what happens in like all the Arkham games, and no one hates on that part.
Right. But
Like,
I heard
you do like the boss fight, and then at the end, like you have to do like quick time events.
Right. But they were like, yeah, I've heard some people say that, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
It doesn't look like,
Like,
quick time event the game,
what-
dude.
What exactly is a game then? If you're mad about QuickTime events, you know what I mean. If you
Right,
feel like that's
yeah.
not good gameplay, which is not the best gameplay, right?
Right.
But how
But
could-
that wasn't like the majority of what they showed either.
Well, that, and how can you expect at this time in video games, the technology we have, to control Spider-Man the way he would normally be controlled with just the controller,
Right. Yeah.
without using those? I mean, there's no way.
Yeah. There's just no. Yeah.
And so I'd rather have a cool Spider-Man experience that does use some QuickTime events than something where Spider-Man's lame. You know what I mean?
Right.
And-
Yeah. Like if it looks cool, like then it's whatever, you know, because it's just like the quick time events were just like finisher stuff.
Right.
Like you would like fight them like with the normal.
well, and
fighting
they meant like
combat.
the traversing too. Like,
Oh yeah, that too. That's different. You know, that's not just a quick time event.
well, it was though. Some of it was.
Oh, like in like the story element of it, yeah.
right.
But there's like quite a few games that have done that.
Right, and that's my thing. Is like, okay, if
But
you're gonna
that's just like part of a story.
if you're gonna get mad about that, right? What? Where does that end? Because you could say, oh well, when I hit the grappling hook with Batman, it doesn't let me control
The grappling hook.
The grappling hook. I just fly up to where I grappled.
Right. That's.
And it's like,
I mean, when I'm fighting and I'm just pressing X and Y, basically, it's just fucking.
Right.
dumb.
I'm not doing the actual punching, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like that's.
It just yeah.
You get what I mean? I just
Yeah.
feel like people expect so much control out of video games sometimes, and it's like none of the stuff you do
it's
has
just,
that
it's
control.
like hypercritical. Like there's like okay, being critical. It's like yeah, like if someone's worried about there being a lot of like QuickTime events, like just solely QuickTime events and stuff.
Right,
then
'cause that's not
would
fun.
get right. I would get why someone would be apprehensive about that. But like, if you're just saying it's QuickTime event, the game, and it's not out, it was a demo, then that's one thing. It's different, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, I would understand if like every single time you fight someone, you do the same QuickTime event, then it's just dumb. Because I remember in what game is it called? It's like the Mafia game. I think it might just be called Mafia, honestly.
Yeah, there's a game series called Mafia.
Yeah. And there was recently one where it was like, not super recent, but like in the past couple years, where like.
Well, Mafia 3 came out pretty recently.
Is that the one where you basically work for? It's like in like the 50s, like 40s or 50s or something.
I don't know.
like
I've
that?
never played them.
I remember I was watching a review, or like I watched a couple reviews on it because my friend was like, "Oh yeah, you should get it. You should get it." I watched a couple reviews because I didn't even know anything about like the Mafia franchise in general either. But basically, like most of the gameplay is you just go and like find all these guys like cousins, right? And they basically look like the same guy. And
Well, you find their cousins? Is that what you said?
yeah, because it's like a family mafia type thing, right?
Okay.
It's like all these cousins that run this thing, and like, you literally beat them all the exact same way. You do the exact same QuickTime event, exact same animation and everything like that. Which I don't think Spider-Man's gonna do that, but if you're literally doing the same QuickTime event, then it's like whatever.
Yeah, but it looks like they had a lot of varied combat options.
Right, yeah, and
I
I think that like you have so much you can do with Spider-Man 2. Like your options are pretty limited when you're playing as some guy in the 40s who's just like fighting someone with like a sword or like a not even a sword, like a knife and a gun. Like there's only so much you can do, right?
Right.
But like when it's Spider-Man, like you got a lot. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm not super worried about it because it's like even if like I wouldn't even really be mad if every single boss had a QuickTime event as long as it's like when I'm like at the end of the fight. You know what I mean? Then
Well,
I wouldn't be really that mad.
And okay, this might be a hot take, but I don't play Spider-Man games for the combat. I play Spider-Man games to swing around the city and feel like a badass swinging around the city.
Like
So-
when I play the game, I'm probably not going to do the main story that much. I'm probably just going to do whatever I feel like, you know?
Right.
And if I feel like doing the main story, then that's whatever. Like, I played Arkham Knight or whatever, which I know some people hate that, but like, it's just like I ran with the main story mainly on that one. Whereas like on other ones, I was like in Arkham City, I probably did like half of the main story, but then just did like side missions.
God, I'm stuck.
for,
I'm
like,
stuck.
Forever.
Fuck. Dude, this is like the hardest battle we've ever had right now.
Yeah, dude. There's a billion of those dudes.
And I just keep getting stuck.
Attack the planet. Alright, I think we're almost. Oh, it's because they keep respawning.
How do we stop that?
We have to deactivate the factory control.
Oh, it's over here.
Mike, do it. Mike.
I was gonna say, what the hell? Why is this so hard?
Oh god. That's probably like a way to like cheese like level.
It's a
up.
farm, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Just get to chapter 8, get inside of the castle.
And then you just farm the shit out of cinder bots.
Right. Probably gets hard as hell.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that Spider-Man game. They haven't said anything other than 2018 though, right?
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out late this year, like originally when they released that stuff, but then they postponed it like pretty much right after though.
I don't think they ever said it was going to come out this year.
They did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, it's gonna come out in like around the holiday season. It was like holiday season 2017, but then
they were like, nah, fam.
they're like early 2018, which I mean is not that big of a
There's a lot of games that are supposed to come out early 2018.
like what?
I
feel like there's a lot of games coming out this holiday season that are lit.
There's not, though. They're all getting postponed. God, now that I said that, I'm blanking on it.
See,
But
I'm just hyped for I'm hyped for Shadow of War, hyped for Destiny, hyped for
Destiny actually came out today.
That came out for consoles, yeah, but for PC it comes out later next month.
Oh, and you're not gonna play on console?
No, dude, I'm not trying to pay for fucking Xbox Live or anything like that.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, Shadow of War sounds like it's gonna be awesome. Some people, I just recently heard, I was like kind of reading an article, but like I was on break at work, I didn't have much time, I didn't finish it. But like there was something about the fact that there's gonna be microtransactions in the game. I was getting a little triggered.
In Shadow of War?
Yeah, and I was like, at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be in like the multiplayer or whatever, and like I'm not looking to play Shadow of War for the multiplayer, you know what I mean? I don't even know what that entails, you know? Like I would check it out, but I probably wouldn't be super into it. But it's supposed to be in like the actual game, like the single player, and it's supposed to actually like help like quite a bit. And like they could definitely just make it so that like you would have to grind for stuff like a lot in order to get something that you would just normally buy.
Huh.
Which kind of sounds really shitty, and they were getting like a lot of backlash on it, which I really hope, because Shadow of War, like to me, is like as like a like hyper like Lord of the Rings nerd fan. If they fuck this up, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah. Well, okay, we've kind of breached an interesting topic here, so why don't we end this episode here, and next episode we'll pick up and talk more about microtransactions in games.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.